Good morning, students. Today I am going to tell you about the importance of document sources. That is our first chapter, document sources. So document is very important for research. Documentation is nothing but it is a set of documents provided on paper or online. Actually, it is a kind of information. Documentation or a document is a kind of information, and documentation it has another name. That documentation is nothing but it is a kind of evidence, confirmation of message, right? So documenting means that you get so many sources, so many information for your thesis, but documenting means that the information that you get are not your own. Remember one thing, that a research paper usually blends your ideas with the ideas and information from other sources. In a research paper, usually the ideas are here blending, that your ideas blends with other sources. So here documentation shows the reader that ideas are your, and actually what ideas are yours and what information and ideas you have taken from a source to support your point of view. For a research work, we have to collect a lot of sources. So documentation is nothing but it is a kind of information that you are collecting for your thesis. And we have many types of information sources: books, encyclopedias, then newspapers, internet. So through internet we can get a lot of information or documents. But you must be very clear in your journey of getting sources, that if you are collecting sources, for example for books, you must mention the name of author, title, place of publication, then the publisher, then the year of publication. So these are all the things that you must note. Then if it is an article, means you should mention the author, title of article, title of journal, volume, issue, date, and page numbers. So these are all the things that you have to include in your website. That means your work cited. So you should provide complete information about the source at the end of your paper in the bibliography, right? So in general, there are two types of major types of resources are there. First one, primary, second one, secondary. Primary sources and secondary sources. It is important to understand these two types, right? So the primary sources are documents and images that provide first-hand proof. The primary sources are first-hand proof or direct evidence concerning an historical topic under research investigation. Primary sources are original documents, and primary sources help students develop knowledge, skills, and analytical abilities. So it is very important that primary sources help a lot. When dealing directly with the primary sources, when students engage in asking questions, thinking critically, making intelligent inferences, and they get a lot of ideas. Why? Because primary sources are the first evidence, right? But secondary sources were created by someone. Secondary sources were created by someone who did not experience firsthand or participate in the events, or they didn't get much experience, but which was created by someone. So secondary sources are generally scholarly books and articles. Secondary sources, the best example for secondary sources are scholarly books and articles. But the primary sources provide a raw information and the first-hand evidence. Hope you understand what is a primary source and what is a secondary source. So, but the primary sources are more credible as evidence. But good research uses both. Very good research, we are quite depending on primary and secondary sources. Then in this chapter, documenting sources is an aspect of writing common to all academic fields. And because of conversation, and it is a kind of journey that we have to collect too many sources for our project, and we should follow some style, how to mention such things and how to document all those things in our research paper. That is very important. So given the importance of this conversation to research, actually through conversation, through our research, we have to give a kind of proof to all our findings. In our research paper, we have to mention each and every proof. So here the why document sources. In this page we have a lot of ideas that how to document a source and how to mention that sources in our book, right? So here, learning a documentation style prepares a writer to be on the lookout for the conventions in which every professional field expects its members to adhere in their writing. Legal documents must refer to prior legal documents in a standard way to be acceptable in the legal profession. So this is a kind of genuine attitude that we have to mention the person, that the information belongs to a particular person, so that we have to quote like this information that I had taken from the book of so and so. So that is the genuine attitude of a scholar. So learning good documentation practices is also a key component of academic integrity. So we have to learn how to document. But why? Because if you fail to do such things, means you may be charged as plagiarist. So the people simply call you as he is a man of imitation, copy. So in order to avoid the charges of plagiarism, we should be very clear in document sources. So the proper use of a field's prepared documentation style is a sign of competence in a writer. So as a writer, we should be very clear in documentation. So this is the basic one. If you are going to do a very good project, means you have to collect lot of information, and never forget to collect the information about the book or about the sources. That is very important. I told you already that the name of the book and the date and the page number. So these are all the things very important for documentation, right? So hope you understand why document sources are very important for research. So documentation, without information we can't do anything fresh. So information and the way we use that information, that is that will be very helpful for our thesis. So this is the message of document sources. I told you many times that documentation is nothing but it is a kind of information for our thesis, right? So for our thesis we have to collect lot of information, and at the same time we have to mention all the things behind the information in our thesis, in the works cited or in the bibliography, right? Okay, done. Thank you.